Well, Hurricane Helene damaged more than 70,000 homes in North Carolina, yet a WCNC Charlotte investigation found in the aftermath, FEMA placed just 243 families in temporary trailers, mobile homes, and apartments. Those short-term solutions have remained a point of contention. First, as the federal agency delayed delivery to some survivors, then as dozens of unused FEMA trailers sat for months in a Hickory parking lot. WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito discovered for those help, the trailers were a godsend, but they created added stress for others.
A vibrant homestead once so full of color.
We put everything we had into this property.
Almost feels like
Our dream was to have a farm.
it really was just a dream.
That was all the fruit trees here.
Jennifer Betesh and her husband's reality
This was our vegetable garden.
is now somewhere in the gray.
Literally everything we built and everything we planted in 10 years was absolutely gone.
The Helene survivors are grateful to be alive after rising waters and a landslide forced them to flee their Buncombe County home. But when they returned,
There was so much debris everywhere, you couldn't walk.
they found their farm destroyed, the Airbnb they rented for income flooded, and their home unlivable.
I just used to tell people, spin the wheel of problems, and we had all of them.
Hoping FEMA would help, they applied for temporary housing.
It was really a fiasco from start to finish.
But Betesh says the agency didn't deliver a trailer until 7 weeks later. And then it sat locked for another 3 weeks.
They wouldn't let us in it because they didn't hook it up.
She says they weren't able to move in until mid-December.
We cannot accept this. This has been way too slow.
Not long after, in Avery County, County Manager Philip Barrier expressed similar frustration. Disappointed so many FEMA trailers sat parked in Hickory when families in his county needed them, while some waited, desperate for help.
Most people don't want them.
State officials said thousands of others turned them down, supporting what FEMA has long said. Trailers are the most publicized type of disaster housing, but they're not necessarily the most practical. Still, they do play a critical role.
It is a lifesaver.
In the months after evacuating a campsite ahead of Helene, Christian Schaefer became one of dozens to move into FEMA trailers at this Old Fort mobile home park.
I'm glad they were here.
While he says the process wasn't necessarily the fastest, he knows without this backstop, which can extend up to another 6 months, he'd be homeless.
Yeah, it beats the heck out of living in a tent somewhere.
FEMA tells WCNC Charlotte the agency has connected 243 families in all with temporary units, and a little more than half have since found longer-term solutions. For 24 of those families, FEMA trailers are now their permanent home. The agency tells us those survivors bought the trailers the agency delivered, and dozens of others have expressed interest in doing the same. Back on Jennifer Betesh's farm,
That's the water line.
her view of the government's response to Helene
It's been the same lack of help.
is fairly black and white. She and her husband say by the time their trailer arrived,
We almost didn't need it anymore.
they only used it for a few weeks. But it did bring some color back into their lives, allowing them to cook their first hot meal in months. Fuel to help them rebuild their dream.
We have a lot of work ahead of us.
A process that started, she says, only thanks to the selfless giving of everyday people from all over the U.S.
I can't even explain to you what a situation we would be in without the volunteers that have come here to help us.
Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.
And Nate joined us earlier today on WCNC Plus to talk more about the status of the FEMA trailers now just 1 year later. Now's a great time to download the app. There you can get access to stories just like this one. It's free and available wherever you stream.